My brother lowered Luke's parking stub, and my family quit calling Vanessa old news. The dinner should have been harmless because it was only my grandmother's 75th. The real version was that every family event had started feeling like a test of whether I could keep acting normal around Vanessa. Luke said Vanessa was just an old friend from before me, the kind of person who still texted like boundaries were optional because she never grew out of being 23. I tried to accept that. People keep old friends. People answer messages at odd hours. People do not usually miss your call, say they fell asleep at their brother's place, and then come home with a parking stub from a residential garage where their old friend lives. That happened in May. Luke said the ticket was from meeting a client at the cafe under the building. He said if I connected every stray detail to Vanessa, I would eventually ruin something that didn't deserve it. So I stopped saying her name in public. My grandmother's birthday dinner was at a small Italian place, with a private room and too many candles for anyone to read menus properly. My mother had made name cards because she believes assigned seating prevents drama. It does not. It only helps drama know where to sit. Luke came straight from work, kissed my cheek, and charmed everyone. My Aunt Pilar called him the only calm man under 40. My brother Eli rolled his eyes. He never trusted Luke's polished act. Halfway through dinner, my grandmother asked for a family photo outside by the mural wall because she hates smiling after dessert. Everybody started standing. Luke realized he had left his car keys at the table and tossed them to Eli, telling him to unlock his trunk because Grandma's gift was inside. Eli caught the keys, missed the trunk button, and pulled the valet ticket folded around them free. He only meant to joke about men who still use valet at a strip mall restaurant. Then he looked at the top line and stopped. Why does this say Hawthorne Tower? The room changed before anyone even understood why. Hawthorne Tower is not where the restaurant is. It is a condo building downtown with a residents-only overnight garage. Vanessa lives there. I knew that because Luke once pointed it out while telling me he never went over anymore since that chapter was dead. Luke reached for the ticket and said Eli was reading it wrong. Eli turned it over. Entry, 11:43 p.m. Exit 6. 20 Vuida. Unit validation. DWITC. Vanessas Unit. If Luke had ever told the truth about where she lived, nobody said anything for a second. Then my mother asked carefully why Luke's car spent the night in Vanessa's garage. On the same Friday, he told me he crashed at his brother's after poker. Luke said the cafe under Hawthorne validates with the same garage code and that he must have left the ticket in his pocket from some other night. That might have survived if Eli had not asked why the timestamp matched the exact Friday I spent at my mother's helping after her root canal, and Luke texted me at 12:11 a.m. Still at Denny's place. I'm dead tired. That was the turn. Until then, people could still pretend I had brought suspicion into a birthday dinner because I was already primed to hate Vanessa. Once Eli lined up the timestamp with Luke's own text, the room stopped managing me and started listening to him fail. Luke said nothing physical happened. He said Vanessa had a leak in her unit and he stayed because maintenance was useless and she was panicking. He said men and women can have history without every act of help turning sexual. Maybe that is true. Maybe I was so ready to catch him that a garage stub became a conviction before his explanation even got air. What nobody in that room could argue with was that he lied about where he slept, tied himself overnight to the one woman he kept telling me not to worry about, and expected me to keep looking irrational for noticing the shape of the lie. I told my grandmother we could take the photo without him in it. Nobody objected. That part hurt more than the ticket.